It was my junior college baseball coach down at Miracosta Community College in Oceanside, California. A guy from McMinnville, John Seeley. He suggested I come to Pacific and play baseball and broadcast the football and basketball teams while I was there. And it was as if a light bulb went on above my head. Wow, that's a great idea. And his reasoning was I was well-spoken, I knew sports well, he thought it would be a good career for me. And it's like, why didn't I ever think of that before? It was my first time away from home. Everybody, administration, teachers, the other students, everybody was so nice. And I remember my first week thinking, wow, this is incredible. I like the small class sizes. I like that you get that personal interaction with the instructors. And specifically, I remember taking a voice class with a guy named Ed Collier, who there was a sporting goods store here in town that's now defunct called G.I. Joe's. And he was the voice of G.I. Joe's. And he was also an instructor at Pacific. And I remember taking voice lessons from him that really helped me develop my voice. And the coach at Pacific, Chuck Buffaro, knew that I was a communications major, and he knew Jack Kane, who owned the team in Bend. And it was Chuck Buffaro who put me in contact with Jack and got me my first ever job in baseball. I was the #2 broadcaster, meaning I got to call 2 innings at the home games. I had a tiny little scorebook, and I'd keep track of the plays in the game because once the 4th inning hit, I was on the air. And I had to know what happened previously. So I'd be carrying buckets of ice and walking through the concourse, and a play would happen. I'd set the buckets of ice down, I'd pull the scorebook out of my pocket, I'd write it down, I'd shove it back in, pick up the ice and go put it in the concession stand. And then I got to call my play-by-play. And let me tell you, it was the worst play-by-play you've ever heard in your life. But it was a great learning experience. The chance to do professional baseball play-by-play right here in my hometown at the ballpark 5 miles from my house in a season that starts in June and still allows me to coach my son's youth baseball team, it couldn't be better than this. It's the best possible situation. There's a chance to do more at a small liberal arts college than you get at a major university. There's more advantages in a class of 18 than there is in a class of 60. Pacific, you get there and you can create your own opportunities.